Hello brothers, it's Frankie with MeekSpace.com. Today I wanted to demonstrate the SoundBox software for you. Now this is going to be a three-part video. We're going to have one part where I just basically demonstrate how the SoundBox program works in a test environment like I have here. And then we're going to have a part on the video that actually shows you SoundBox operating at a Kingdom Hall. And then we're going to have a part that actually breaks down the SoundBox program and shows you how all of the functions work and how to configure the system. So this first part, I'm just going to kind of go through what we would normally do in a meeting and show you what the SoundBox program is capable of doing. This test environment that you see here, this monitor on the left, let's say that monitor is the TVs or the projector screen at the front of your hall. This monitor here in the middle is the computer monitor that's on the PC where you've installed SoundBox, so it's going to be back on the sound console. And then this monitor to the right, it's going to be your timer display, and it would typically be facing the platform or the stage so that the brother giving the part can see that screen. So that's kind of what this test environment is meant to be, and I'm just going to show you typically what you would do with SoundBox if you had it installed at your congregation. So the brother would come in that's assigned for the console. He'll get it all powered up, and then he'll launch SoundBox. So you notice what's happening. A lot of things are going on here. You notice that the background music started playing right away. That's an option that can be turned on and off. You notice on the left here on the TVs at the front of the congregation or the Kingdom Hall, the year's text was presented to you, and that would be presented to you in whatever language you logged into SoundBox as. And then you notice on the right we have the time and the next song number presented to us, so that the speaker could see what's happening. Now the background music's just going to cycle through different songs automatically, and so the next thing the brother would do is he would talk with the speaker and ask him what his song's going to be, because SoundBox knows that the next meeting is a Sunday, so it knows that first song needs to be added manually. So the brother says, I'm going to sing song 120. So you'll just punch in the song, and then the chairman gets up on the stage and he presents the opening comments and introduces the first song. So you'll, as a sound operator, you'll go ahead and cancel the background music, and we'll go ahead and start playing the first song. So you'll notice some other things happening on the front TVs at the front of the congregation or front of the Kingdom Hall. Over here you've got lyrics on the front screens. So they're going to start scrolling as they need to. This will allow the friends to sing the song just by looking up at the TV screens or the projection screen. They won't need their songbooks or anything like that. They'll be able to sing nice and loud with their heads up, and you'll really get some nice singing done because you're not having to look down. Now this is a feature that can be turned off or on. Your congregation body of elders may decide that they don't want to use the lyrics, and that's up to them. That can be turned off or on. So when the song's finished, it'll fade back to the year's text, and then of course the prayer will be given, and then the in this case, since it's going to be a Sunday meeting, what we would do is come down to timer, and the brother would get up on the stage to start his talk. And so we would come up to timer and we'd click Sunday and we would hit start on the public talk. So now the brother is going to be giving his talk, and he's got 30 minutes to present that talk. And you notice over here to the right, he's looking at the timer as it's counting down. And this will help him keep track of where he's at in his discourse, and make sure he ends on time. It'll be green as long as he's got time. When it's under 30 seconds, it'll be yellow. When he needs to wrap it up, it'll be red, and it'll be in the negative counting. So that's how that works. So then let's say the speaker finishes on this particular Sunday. And then the brother will get up and introduce the watchtower conductor or the watchtower overseer, and he'll start the watchtower study, and he has an hour, and so the timer will automatically start running for him as he does that. And so we'll go ahead and stop this. Now, if this was a midweek meeting, we have timers for the treasures part, the ministry part, and the living part. And so under treasures, the brother would start the 3-minute comments and stop it when it's done. The 10-minute talk, and stop that when it's finished. The digging for spiritual gems, and stop that. And then the Bible reading. And if the brother or if the individual giving the Bible reading goes over too far, you can ring a bell, since it's a student part. Then we'd move on to the ministry. If it's the first meeting of the month, then it'll be the 15-minute part with the 3 videos. So you'll start the timer for him. And then we would go down to media, and we would need to play the sample presentations. So under media, the brother says, let's watch the first one. So you'll click on it and hit play. You'll notice here to the left,
we all need comfort at times.
it's going to go ahead and play the video on the TVs or the projector screen.
From our family and friends.
Those are definitely good sources.
When it finishes and then he introduces the second one, you'll select it. Now you can point at it and it'll give you a screenshot of what it looks like or which video it's going to be. And you just hit play and we'll watch the second video.
The back page asks this interesting question. What is the kingdom of God? Something?
When we're done with that, we'll move on to the third one.
As humans, all of us have a need to be loved by other people. But what about our relationship with God? How can we know if He...
Now, of course, the brother's finished with his time over here, so we've watched all of the videos, and he finished up his part. So if you're running the console, you're going to go back to timer, and you're going to go ahead and stop that. And then we're going to move on to the living section of the meeting. And so this first part, you know, the brother will have his 5 minutes to present his part. When he's finished, then the 10-minute part will be introduced. And if you have a video for that, the brother at the back will go down and he'll introduce and play that video.
In October 2014, an announcement was made at the annual meeting introducing...
So once you're finished with that, you'll go ahead and it'll finish on its own and go back to the year text. And so that's how, you know, you would run through a midweek meeting. Of course, you're always going to pay attention to your timers and stop and start them as you need to. And there's a couple of other features that we'll talk about in the explanation part of this video later on. So yeah, really that's kind of a rough draft of how all of this works. One thing that we're going to do is remember when we're going to finish up the meeting, we're going to go back to music and we're going to play the final song. You notice the lyrics again here on the left. And as we need to, the screen will start scrolling the lyrics for us. So we'll finish up the meeting. The brother will say the prayer, then you'll come back and you'll play the background music. So friends, that's just kind of a overview of how SoundBox would work. Now this is just a test environment that I wanted to show you. And the next part of the video, we're actually going to show you what SoundBox looks like at a Kingdom Hall. And we'll basically run through the exact same thing we did here, show you how you would present a midweek meeting, how you present a Sunday meeting, and what it looks like at an actual Kingdom Hall. And then finally, we're going to zoom in on this SoundBox software, and we're going to break down each section of this SoundBox software for you so you better understand what everything's for and how to set things up. So we appreciate you watching this first part of this video, and we hope you stand by and watch the other two sections of this video. So thank you for watching.